The 2026 FESTA celebration, marking the 13th anniversary of global idol group BTS, once again delivered a magical and unforgettable moment for fans. The annual event, always highly anticipated, turned into a sea of emotions as memories from their journey of more than a decade were replayed before thousands of fans. Amid the excitement of the celebration, the spotlight suddenly shifted to the youngest member, Jungkook, who could not hold back his tears on stage. The artist known as the Golden Maknae lowered his head, allowing his emotions to flow freely in front of thousands attending in person and millions watching online. Jungkook's tears were not born from sadness, but from a profound sense of gratitude and emotion as he reflected on the journey he had shared with BTS, celebrating 13 years since their debut in 2013 was no small feat, and the emotional weight of all the hard work, sacrifices, and shared experiences reached its peak that night. Seeing the youngest member overcome with emotion and struggling to speak, Taehyung, affectionately known as V, immediately approached him with a look of warmth and affection. Without hesitation, Taehyung wrapped an arm around Jungkook's shoulders, offering the kind of comfort an older brother would give to a younger sibling in a vulnerable moment. In a gesture that instantly sent the entire stadium into an emotional frenzy, Taehyung gently kissed the side of Jungkook's head to comfort him. The spontaneous, sincere act beautifully showcased the strong brotherly bond that had been built between the two members over more than a decade of living and growing together. This touching moment between Taehyung and Jungkook moved many fans to tears. The cheers of ARMY, which had previously filled the stadium with excitement, quickly transformed into collective cries of emotion that seemed to embrace the entire FESTA 2026 venue. After being comforted by Taehyung's embrace and affection, Jungkook gradually regained his composure. Wiping away the remaining tears from his cheeks, he lifted the microphone with slightly trembling hands, preparing to share his heartfelt feelings with the world. In a speech that was occasionally interrupted by emotion, Jungkook admitted that he could hardly believe how quickly time had passed. He felt as though it was only yesterday that he arrived in Seoul as a shy teenager with big dreams, and now he was standing proudly on stage celebrating BTS's 13th anniversary as a global music icon. He reflected on the countless obstacles, efforts, and difficult moments they had overcome together, from their uncertain beginnings to breaking into the global market. Each memory replayed vividly in his mind, reminding him of how precious every moment of the journey had been. With a trembling voice, Jungkook expressed his deepest gratitude to his 6 fellow BTS members. He explained that RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, and V were no longer simply colleagues sharing the same stage, but family members who had cared for, guided, and protected him since he was a teenager. Jungkook emphasized that without the guidance, discipline, and unconditional love of his older members, he would never have become the person the world knows today. To him, the other 6 members were pillars of strength who had always supported him whenever he felt exhausted or considered giving up. After thanking the members standing beside him, Jungkook turned his gaze toward the ocean of light sticks illuminating the stadium. His eyes became teary once again as he prepared to deliver a special message to their devoted fan base. Jungkook expressed his deepest and most heartfelt gratitude to ARMY across the globe. He stated that the love, support, and unwavering loyalty shown by ARMY throughout the past 13 years represented the greatest miracle of his life. The singer explained that ARMY was the primary reason BTS had been able to endure, make history, and reach this remarkable 13-year milestone. For him, every lyric, dance move, and breath he took on stage was dedicated to repaying the love that fans had continuously given to the group. As the audience listened to Jungkook's sincere and moving speech, the other BTS members slowly stepped forward and pulled him into a tight group embrace. Beneath the bright lights of the FESTA 2026 stage, they leaned their heads together, allowing their shared bond to speak louder than words ever could. Ultimately, FESTA 2026 became a powerful testament that BTS's greatest success cannot be measured solely by trophies, records, or achievements. Their true success lies in the unbreakable emotional connection between the 7 members and the millions of fans who have created a lasting harmony in the global music industry. The historic night of FESTA 2026, marked by Jungkook's tears of gratitude, Taehyung's comforting kiss, and an overwhelming sense of appreciation, will remain forever etched in memory. It became a golden new chapter in the 13-year journey shared by BTS and ARMY, a beautiful story that seems destined to never truly reach its end. The 2026 FESTA celebration, marking the 13th anniversary of global idol group BTS, once again delivered a magical and unforgettable moment for fans. The annual event, always highly anticipated, turned into a sea of emotions as memories from their journey of more than a decade were replayed before thousands of fans. Amid the excitement of the celebration, the spotlight suddenly shifted to the youngest member, Jungkook, who could not hold back his tears on stage. The artist known as the Golden Maknae lowered his head, allowing his emotions to flow freely in front of thousands attending in person and millions watching online. Jungkook's tears were not born from sadness, but from a profound sense of gratitude and emotion as he reflected on the journey he had shared with BTS, celebrating 13 years since their debut in 2013 was no small feat, and the emotional weight of all the hard work, sacrifices, and shared experiences reached its peak that night. Seeing the youngest member overcome with emotion and struggling to speak, Taehyung, affectionately known as V, immediately approached him with a look of warmth and affection. Without hesitation, Taehyung wrapped an arm around Jungkook's shoulders, offering the kind of comfort an older brother would give to a younger sibling in a vulnerable moment. In a gesture that instantly sent the entire stadium into an emotional frenzy, Taehyung gently kissed the side of Jungkook's head to comfort him. The spontaneous, sincere act beautifully showcased the strong brotherly bond that had been built between the two members over more than a decade of living and growing together. This touching moment between Taehyung and Jungkook moved many fans to tears. The cheers of ARMY, which had previously filled the stadium with excitement, quickly transformed into collective cries of emotion that seemed to embrace the entire FESTA 2026 venue. After being comforted by Taehyung's embrace and affection, Jungkook gradually regained his composure. Wiping away the remaining tears from his cheeks, he lifted the microphone with slightly trembling hands, preparing to share his heartfelt feelings with the world. In a speech that was occasionally interrupted by emotion, Jungkook admitted that he could hardly believe how quickly time had passed. He felt as though it was only yesterday that he arrived in Seoul as a shy teenager with big dreams, and now he was standing proudly on stage celebrating BTS's 13th anniversary as a global music icon. He reflected on the countless obstacles, efforts, and difficult moments they had overcome together, from their uncertain beginnings to breaking into the global market. Each memory replayed vividly in his mind, reminding him of how precious every moment of the journey had been.